In the neon-drenched alleys of Neo-Kyoto, where rain perpetually washes the holographic ads into shimmering puddles, I peddle ghosts. Not the spectral kind, but memories, crystallized fragments of life, love, and loss, stored in shimmering neurochips. I'm Kaito, and my shop is a whisper in the data stream, a place where you can buy a hero's courage or a lover's first kiss. The rich buy sanitized, curated experiences. The desperate like me deal in the raw, uncut stuff from the black market. My trade is a tightrope walk over a pit of digital vipers. The peacekeepers could shut me down, wipe my existence clean. But business is good. People crave authenticity in a world built on artifice. They want to feel something real, even if it's borrowed. I source my wares from the forgotten, the indebted, the dead. A quick cortical scan, a clean extraction, and their moments become my merchandise. It's a dirty job, but it pays the bills and keeps the servers humming in my back alley clinic. One rain-slicked evening, a cloaked courier drops a new batch of chips. Standard stuff, mostly. A soldier's last stand on a Martian colony, a chef's moment of culinary genius, the bittersweet ache of a childhood summer. I slot them into my verification rig, running diagnostics, checking for corruption or cognitive traps. It's a routine I could do in my sleep. But then one chip glows differently. It's a brilliant, impossible sapphire blue, pulsing with a gentle, rhythmic light. The data signature is blank. No source ID, no timestamp, no biological markers. It's a ghost in the truest sense, a memory without an owner. This is unheard of. Every memory is tied to a neural imprint, a unique signature as personal as a fingerprint. My curiosity, a dangerous trait in my line of work, gets the better of me. Ignoring every self-preservation instinct I have, I jack the chip directly into my own cortical port. The world dissolves. I'm not in my dimly lit shop anymore. I'm standing on a cliff overlooking a twin-sunned ocean, the salty spray misting my face. The warmth on my skin is real. The sound of alien seabirds is crisp and clear. Beside me, a woman laughs. I turn and my breath catches. Her hair is the color of spun moonlight, her eyes the same sapphire as the chip. She looks at me with an affection so profound, so absolute it feels like coming home. She says my name, but it's not Kaito. It's a name I've never heard, yet it feels more mine than my own. She reaches for my hand, her touch electric. The memory is perfect, impossibly vivid. It's a moment of pure, unadulterated joy. I rip the chip out, my heart hammering against my ribs. The grimy reality of my shop floods back in, cold and damp. My hands are shaking. This wasn't just a memory, it was a life that felt more real than my own. I spend the next 3 days running every diagnostic I have. The results are always the same. No origin. The memory doesn't exist in any database, private or public. It hasn't been recorded from any living or deceased person. It's a phantom echo from a life that was never lived. Driven by an obsession I can't explain, I start searching. I cross-reference the visual data from the memory, the unique star patterns, the geological formations, the woman's face, against every known planetary record and public database. Nothing. It's as if this place, this person, this entire existence is a fabrication. But it felt too real. The emotions were too strong. This was no simulation. Then, I find it. A sliver of a match. Not in a public record, but in a deeply encrypted corporate file I had to bribe a data broker to access. It's a concept art file from Omnigen, one of the megacorporations that built this city. The project was codenamed Project Chimera. It was a theoretical program to generate artificial human consciousness, complete with preloaded memories, to pilot deep space exploration vessels. The goal was to create pioneers who wouldn't suffer from the psychological trauma of interstellar isolation, because their home and family would be right there in their heads. The project was deemed a failure and scrubbed. Too expensive, too unpredictable. Within the file I find a character profile, a digital sketch of a woman with moon-spun hair and sapphire eyes. Her name is Alara. Beside her is a man. My face stares back at me, but older, happier. His name is Reese. They were the template, the Adam and Eve of a world that was never born. The memory wasn't from the past. It was a blueprint for a future that was canceled. It was a memory of someone who had never existed. The realization hits me like a physical blow. The chip isn't a recording. It's a seed, a fully formed consciousness, waiting to be born. Omnigen didn't just scrap the project, they must have tried to destroy the data, but this one fragment, this perfect moment of love, somehow survived. It found its way into the black market, a message in a bottle from an ocean of what-ifs. Now I'm faced with a choice that terrifies me. I hold in my hand a person, a consciousness complete with hopes, dreams, and a love that feels more real than anything I've ever known. I could sell it. The chip is priceless, a one-of-a-kind artifact. It could buy me a new life, far away from the grime of Neo-Kyoto. Or I could destroy it, erase this ghost that haunts my waking moments and go back to my empty life of dealing borrowed feelings. But there's a third option. It's insane, dangerous, and could get me killed. But when I close my eyes, I can still feel the warmth of the twin suns, hear Alara's laugh. I look at my reflection in a darkened monitor. The face of Kato, the memory dealer, seems like a mask. Underneath, Reese is waiting. This memory isn't just a product, it's a promise, a future waiting to be claimed. I disconnect my shop from the network, wipe my dealer identity, and pack a small bag. In my hand, I hold the sapphire chip. I don't know where I'm going or what I'll do, but for the first time in my life, I'm not just selling memories. I'm going to live one, my own. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the future. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more tales from worlds beyond, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an adventure. Let me know in the comments what you would have done. Until next time, stay curious.